What if I told you that there is one habit that can actually instantly make your sewing look kind of more expensive and what we always want to wear? And almost everyone skips it. Not because it's hard, but mostly because I think at this point, people think it's unnecessary. And here is the crazy part. You can have the most beautiful fabric, can have an absolutely stunning, impeccable pattern, and still end up with something that looks homemade. I want to show you something, and I give you a hint. We already talked about it multiple times. I also want to give you 6 simple upgrades that most beginners ignore, and at the end, a forgotten couture trick that will take your garment from kind of nice and wearable to you made that. So trust me, you don't want to miss that. All right, are you ready? Let's go straight for the number one and my absolute favorite thing to do to make my garment look much more polished. The one thing that separates homemade from high end is pressing. Yes, right? You thought I'm going to give you a huge trick, and I will. However, I just want to start with the more basic one, the one that I cannot recommend enough. And yes, I spoke about it multiple times and I will never stop reminding you about it. Does not sound exciting, does not sound fancy, and absolutely has nothing to do with an actual sewing technique. But let me ask you something and be honest. Do you actually press every seam or do you skip it sometimes? Oh, I kind of know the answer already. Now, here is the shift. This isn't ironing. This is actually pressing. You don't start sliding around your iron. You don't need to rush. Just press, lift, and move. And what you're doing, it's absolutely magic. You are setting the stitches, you shape the fabric, you removing the bulk, and you are making everything look intentional. So this is why expensive garments look crisp and clean, and homemade ones still that homemade look. So I'm going to make a new rule for you, and I want you to stick with it. Sew a seam, press it straight away. Every single time. I also want to give you a quick tip as well. I have linked my favorite beginner-friendly pressing tools in the description. And trust me, you don't have to spend a fortune on anything. It's just absolutely basic. And you want to know the best part? Most likely you already have one at home. Now, flip your garment inside out. What does it look like? Messy edges, fraying threads. And so here is the truth. Even if no one else will say it, you will know. So finishing your seams, it's a kind of, in my opinion, a self-respect in sewing. And it instantly upgrades your work. So if you are a beginner, start just maybe with a zigzag stitch. That's absolutely an easy win. If you want to feel fancy, then go ahead and do some French seams. If you need any help, I'm going to make a video especially for these more complicated and fancier seams. So try French seam, especially for the flowy fabrics. Do you currently finish your seams? Yes or no? I hope that from today, your answer is going to be yes. I do every single time. And if you don't, this might be one habit you've been skipping and that's holding you back from having a beautiful end result. Have you ever worn something and thought, why does this feel so nice? And it's not really the fabric. It's the actual weight. And one of the easiest way to fake that, you wonder, wider hems. So instead of a really teeny hem, just try to go a little bit bigger for a skirt, for a dress, for pants. Just go anywhere between 1.5 to 2 inches. I can assure you that this adds weight, better drape, and sometimes that luxury feel that most of our clothes we are wearing are missing. And that subtle luxury feel that we are all seeking for in our clothes. And by the way, if you're learning a lot already, I will put together a beginner-friendly sewing guide, and pretty soon I'm going to start link that in my video in a box below, and I hope you're going to make a lot of use out of that. That will walk you through these exact techniques step by step and the normal progress for you to take. And if you ever thought, why doesn't my sewing look like that picture, that guide is literally going to be made just for you. So now let's talk about a mistake we all made. You're almost done. It's kind of late. You are tired. Your eyes are dry. And you think this thread is close enough. No, it is not. Wrong thread color equals, for me, instant downgrade. And even slightly off is still gonna show. And that will make your garment look like slightly cheaper. So a pro move will be buy better thread with your fabric. If you don't have a wider selection of thread at home, I would recommend for you, if you're taking yourself seriously, start building one solid collection. If you don't have it and you're not sure, when you purchase your fabric, try to match right there in the store a thread that works the best. Just use your eye and your common sense. Now, let's be real for a second. Wobbly stitching, that's a dead giveaway. But here is how I think you should fix it. Just stop watching that needle. That's what the problem is. Watch your fabric edges instead. Maybe that's going to be a much more helpful tip for you. And if you're not a professional seamstress, just slow it down. That's it. And you won't make the same mistake to have wobbly seams. Now, let me ask you a quick question. Do you rush when you sew? Just be honest, because this one habit alone can completely change your end result. Just think about it. Most of the time when we rush, we make a lot of mistakes and the end result, it's a little bit of a mess. Now, if you've ever had a neckline that go weird, stretchy, wavy, or just wrong, this one is for you. And this is why you skip Staystitching. And I get it. Sometimes it does feel useless. You are tired, you've been sewing for a while, you just want to see the end result. But it's actually protecting your garment, the Staystitching. Just one simple stitch along curves equals no stretching, clean neckline, and at the end, a professional finish. Now, this one, it's another step beginners skip all the time. Is this one of yours? Let me know. Now, if you sew stretchy fabrics, this will absolutely change your life because it changed mine. I'm a huge lover of stretchy fabric. I can do a million versions of a bodycon dress. So that clean two-line hem you see in the stores, you can absolutely do that at home. And it stretches with your fabric and no popping stitches 100%. I actually link the exact needle I use below. It's super affordable. It's not a huge investment. But as you progress with your tool collection, I would encourage you to add this one as well. Now, let's talk about something that will absolutely change your garments for the best. The couture trick. This is one I told you to wait for. And almost no beginners are doing this. And this is understitching. This is such an old school couture lever trick. And it's absolutely so easy to do. Here is what it does. Ever had a neckline or a facing that keeps flipping out? That messy edge that won't stay inside? Understitching will fix that for you. You sew the seam allowance to the inside layer and suddenly you have everything staying in place. Edges will look sharp and your garment would look a high-end look finish. Now, this is, in my opinion, the difference between that's cute to where did you buy that? Tell me in the comments, have you ever tried understitching before? Because once you start, I can promise you, you will never stop. So now you know, and it's not about talent. I hope you agree with me. It's only about listening, hearing it over and over again, and turning that into your second nature. Turn that into absolutely every single time routine, and your results are going to change from homemade to absolute polished, beautiful, store-bought looking high-end clothing. It's not about expensive machines or equipment or tools. It's all about the necessary, applying it right. It's about the small details that most people would skip. So if you want to take this further, I will come with my sewing guide and I will add it in the description. I'm working really hard on it and I promise I will add it in the links in the description below as soon as it's ready. I'm also going to add in the links below my favorite tools, couple of online suppliers that I've been working for a long time, and as well I add a couple of more links of my videos that might be useful for you. And before you go, comment the one trick from today you've been skipping, and from today you're going to start adding it into your day-to-day routine. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you here in my next video. Thank you very much for being here. Take care. See you guys soon. Thank you. Goodbye.